Zombie apocalypse.
What is going on, guys? Flawless, welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing OD, be giving you guys some tips and tricks on how to play OD a little bit better. As some of the heroes I've been doing, I do like to play OD in the mid lane. I'm usually a mid laner by default. That's something I really enjoy doing. Very rarely do I go in the off lane or safe lane. If my teammates will actually allow me to go mid and they're not too mad about it, I'll definitely go mid with most of my heroes. Now for OD, you definitely want to start off with stats. That's something I always recommend in almost every single video. It just doesn't hurt for you guys to have some stats. So definitely I want you guys to start off with some heals, start off with a couple tangos, and also start off with some branches. Maybe get towards your null talisman, so maybe get a couple pieces from that, maybe a circlet of nobility. Things like that will definitely help OD and give him a little bit more intelligence to start off the game. I usually get a couple or 3 fairy fires just so I can get that little bit of regen and also start off with 6 damage, which definitely helps OD in the beginning, as he can't farm too easily until he's a little bit tankier and has more mana to play around with his spells. Now that's another thing, OD does more damage based on his mana pool, so the more items you put and gives him more mana, the more damage he's actually going to do, and you could actually use your arcane orb. At the beginning, some people end up using the arcane orb. I don't use it unless I really feel like I need to finish this target, and it really doesn't do a whole lot when you're at the beginning and you don't have that much mana and you have like 700, 800 in your mana pool. That's definitely not a lot to use your arcane orb. I do use it in this gameplay, but like I said, if you're in a fight, you might as well use it. There's no point in not using it, but at the beginning, you definitely have to watch your mana pool, as OD is very hungry in mana. He's actually the most mana hungry hero in the game. Now, good heroes to pair up with OD, I definitely say it would be anti-mage or a phantom lancer with a diffusal blade. Now, why do I say that? It's because anti-mage pairs up pretty well with OD, just because their ultimates are very similar. They do damage based on the difference of mana. Usually anti-mage just does his mana break and then he uses his ultimate ability, so that's going to be a mana difference as well, and then OD will do the mana difference as well. Now, if you don't have an anti-mage on your team, you could also request somebody to go PL. Now, PL is someone who's been picked quite a bit nowadays, so that shouldn't be a problem for you guys to get a PL, just because of that mana burn when he gets the diffusal blade. That's going to help you get a ton of damage on your ultimate, especially with his illusions. He's going to be hitting their whole team constantly, and that's going to boost your ultimate's damage to a whole new level. That's something I definitely recommend you guys to pair up. I definitely recommend you guys to be in contact with these people, so like definitely do voice chat at least. That way you guys can get a much smoother game and definitely get the win, because it's just not as easy as it is. Just because a player picks that hero doesn't mean your game is going to go well. I played a game with anti-mage today and I was OD, and that anti-mage was kind of toxic, so I didn't end up pairing too well with him, and I just really didn't feel like assisting him because he was just being an asshole. So things like that, just be nice with your teammates, guys. It's definitely going to go a long way, and they're definitely going to do what you want them to do if you're nice about it and you ask nicely. Pretty much, you'll more than likely get what you want. Now, item build for OD, I definitely start off with 3 null talismans and then I go for treads. Now, treads is really solid for him. I don't go mana boots, I don't go phase boots, I go for treads. It just gives him that attack speed and gives him those much needed stats for OD. Now, right after that, you should go for the Agnum Scepter. That actually gives you 2 charges of your Astral Imprisonment, which definitely comes in very, very handy for those characters that like to get away real quick. It's definitely really good, plus it does damage and you definitely need that. Right after that, OD is pretty much a walking tank. He does a boatload of damage. So once you guys get that, you get that Agnum Scepter, I definitely recommend going for BKB. BKB is just one of those items that OD desperately needs so he can actually sustain in a fight. Otherwise, OD is going to get absolutely destroyed because he's got the damage, he just doesn't have the sustain, he doesn't have the stats to have a lot of health. Just definitely stay wary of that, and definitely every single game you need a BKB, no matter how late. It honestly depends on the game as well. Some games you don't have to rush BKB, you can get a little bit after if the other team is not much of a threat to you, but if they are a threat, rush BKB, then get your Agnum Scepter. Now for the late game, I would definitely recommend, if you guys have that extra money, you could get the Refresher Orb. Popping 2 ultimates with OD is absolutely insane. I highly recommend it, and that's where the combo with PL and the Diffusal Blade or Anti-Mage and his Mana Break, that's where those combos come in. if your anti-major PL is putting in a ton of work and just burning their mana pools completely off the map, you guys are gonna win that team fight, especially with his ultimate. It's gonna do a shitload of damage, and that's something you guys want. OD is just one of those heroes that if you pair up with him quite easily, he is definitely gonna carry your game to victory. Now, just because he is good and he does a lot of damage, it doesn't mean that he doesn't need support in the lane. Now, that's why I like to play mid lane, because a lot of people don't like playing with OD in the lane, and I don't know why that is, but just some people are weird like that in unranked games. I don't know how it is on ranked games, because I still haven't been able to unlock it. My account was actually banned for like 20 years for me abandoning games. Back in the day when I used to play, I abandoned a ton of games, pretty much rage quitting left and right. So that account was banned, so I ended up starting this one. If you guys do want to play with me, I'll leave my Steam account down below so you guys can add me. We could definitely play some awesome games, and maybe I could take some tips from you guys. I'm not the best player out there by no means. I would definitely appreciate tips from players that are better than me, and I'm okay with getting taught. It's definitely not a problem for me. I do like learning, and the better I can play, the better it'll be. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, a like would be much appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.
Yeah.